Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is Connie, and I'm joined here, of course, today with Chase for Day 3, Week 1, the whole shebang of the Alg Masters League. Now, after yesterday's thrilling Game 5 round 11, me and Chase are rejuvenated, refreshed, and ready to go again. Now, Chase, sporting a Manchester United shirt, very controversial, might I add. How you feeling?
I'm feeling, really proud of how Manchester United is looking in the off-season with some of the performances that their players are putting in the international games. And no, we're going to talk about Call of Duty. We are not going to talk about my favorite soccer team out there. In reality, we are going to talk about Call of Duty. And one of the biggest things we need to talk about, not just what's happening with ALG, is we need to talk about what's happening with Call of Duty right now with the release of Cold War. Connor, my dude, the trailer was absolutely mind blowing today. It got my attention. It got so many people's attentions, and I don't know what else can grab your attention today. What could really just make you explode with joy like that trailer did? What could do so tonight?
Some exciting games on Modern Warfare, the greatest game to ever touch Earth. Good smile there. But yeah, back onto Black Ops War.
Let's hope.
Yeah. We know what you mean. Back onto that Black Ops War, Chase. You said a lot right there. Absolutely true. It looked gorgeous. We're liking the fact the controls back as well as competitive game mode. As far as movement, very similar to Modern Warfare. We're not a fan of that, but this, of course, is pre-alpha release gameplay. So as far as the maps, the game modes, and the score streaks, I mean, the score streaks are a bit of a question mark for me, but everything else, as far as the game, it's beautiful, and we can't wait to get our hands on that beta. Now, Chase. The two teams we have coming up today, KGK and Autentii Esports. Please walk us through and what you think is going to happen.
Yeah, so KGK, I think they're a team that, seems like they got a bit of a, bigger hype surrounding them. And this Autentii side, though, they're pulling along with them, all of Puerto Rico from what I've heard. As they're repping the Espanol people that are living in Central America, South American. If you're like me, repping from Venezuela, Vino Tinto, and KGK is in for a fight from these Central American Spanish Marines, if you want to call them from Autentii. But it's also, from a colors perspective, the Battle of Blue and Red, which is super easy for me and you as casters to really follow, because everybody's so used to just, the blue and the red for Coalition and Allegiance. And we'll see as these teams are going to be setting themselves up. Interesting enough, we're going to be having red side, Allegiance side going to Autentii, Autentii, and then for the side of KGK, they're going to be on Coalition. And our first map in this series is going to be Ramaza Hardpoint. Second map being Gunrunner S&D. Third map being the Hackney Yard Domination, like what we saw yesterday in the five map series. That was an absolute scorcher. We're going to see ourselves on Gunrunner Hardpoint for a map 4 if we get to that. And then if we get to the final S&D, we see ourselves in that fifth map, the Ramaza S&D. Pretty much just sealing the deal right where we started with. We'll be ending things off with the same map.
Definitely a bit of an iffy S&D map, Ramaza. But as far as it goes, seems like a very relaxed day of Call of Duty. No bogey maps, no Petrograds, no Arklov peaks. Very happy with the majority of that. But I just want to get into the game now. I just want to see what's going on. I want to see what's knocking. Obviously, I'm excited to see after yesterday. It was a very eventful day yesterday, of course, with the GA first map, and then leading into the Game 5 round 11, it was all a bit back and forth from both sides. But then again, ADS came out of the win. We're now going to be looking into today to seeing if, I don't know, but I instinctively think KGK are going to take this one 3-1. I don't know why. I have a natural instinct that that's going to happen. But like you, being the biggest Ultra fan here, we're going to get right into it now and see if we can get something special going.
Yeah, we're going to get right into this action here. Obviously, you're going to have the map load in. You're going to have the time go down. But what we are going to have to pay attention with here is going to be how Autentii also looks off the break. Both these teams coming off the break. This is the first map of their entire league. This is the first map of this series. First map ever streamed for them so far in this league. There's a lot riding on it to really set a really good first impression for us. And what better a game mode to start a first impression off with rather than Hardpoint, you know? As we start things off, we're going to get into a few gunfights around, obviously, first hill, but you know what's most important on the first hill, Con? It's going to be grabbing spawns for P2.
Most certainly.
Time opening hill is not going to be what's going to be the most important factor in the opening 2 hills. It's going to be who can play for P2, and right now, P2 spawns are definitely going to be in the favor of the Red Boys of Autentii.
Most certainly, but of course, Autentii have got spawns, but number 4, Genzel Washing, is trying to find some way here through to P2, but then again, KGK, of course, are going to sponge the remaining scrap, well, I thought they were going to sponge the remaining scrap 20, Autentii actually won those gunfights there to fight it, but it looks as though it's going to be very close going into P2, KGK are opting right now to push through B Street and try and get some coverage, information going down, Autentii to rotate from mid to try and, you know, just keep things going. The AR, though, in the form of Kiggs right now, he's really getting some work done 4 and 2. Just trying to push through, get some controls, but you know, I can really see Autentii taking a lead here on P2, and KGK are going to fight from the B-side street chase.
Yeah, I'm right now, as the early time in this Hardpoint is just ticking away, and both these teams are in even footing right now in terms of the scoreline. I just want to glance over at the classes and sort of the loadouts that both these teams are kind of rocking here, as it's a little interesting as we're seeing Autentii running with no kill streaks, no specialist kill streaks. I don't know what's up with that there, if he just forgot with his class. And then you're also going to look at how these teams are looking to play around their utility. You're looking from the utility standpoint, 3 trophies on the side of KGK going up against the 2 trophies on the side of Autentii. It's an interesting thing. I really feel like during the CDL season that trophies in Hardpoint were a massive difference maker on most of the Hardpoint maps, and we're going to see if that ends up being the case, as right now the team that does have the lead, Autentii, happen to have less trophies. We'll see if things turn around in that regard, or maybe if Autentii maybe switches up a class and gets his kill streaks fixed up for himself. But let's get back into that action, Connie. Give us that play-by-play that we all love.
Brizzy started off there on an 8 kill streak just to make the game a little bit more spicy and actually rotated to get P3 under control. But looking at the remaining scrap 20, again, Autentii are finding some control. They could take a nice 70-point lead here going into the P4, but if you're KGK, you want one player just positioned at the back. Rotation needs to be locked down and secured. But so far, I don't think Autentii are actually opting to push through and get free lane control here. They're just going to push through rugs, trying to get some control here, which of course is very viable. But if you're going to be a KGK, you're going to stack Brizzy and try and take him down ASAP, because he is 10 and 4 to start off with this map. And again, he is finding pieces and controlling areas where KGK are just trying to hunt him down. They're wasting players trying to hunt Brizzy. Then again, Autentii are actually just trying to break through here. And Chase right now going into his P4. I really need to keep an eye on this player Brizzy, because he is starting to get something going.
Yeah, he is one of the players. He's the leader right now in the entire game right now, dropping 2-digit numbers within you know, the first rotation of hills. We're on hill number 4 in the first rotation of hills, and you know, they're just about to pass 100 points, and without a doubt, even though he hasn't been the man on the point for the most time, excuse me folks, he definitely has had the most impact for his team. But Tress and VL coming in close after we saw just moments ago Tress get himself up to a 5 kill streak before getting taken out. He himself has been a very instrumental player on the side of Autentii, and over on the side of KGK, we're definitely going to have to look at those submachine guns needing to step it up and really match the pace of the ones on the side of Autentii. And we're going to start to see some players hopefully go in the positives, because if your KD isn't positive, if a whole team's KD is negative, I don't think that that's going to be anything indicative to a win in my books. What about you, Connor? I don't believe you'll agree with me on that one.
Well, I'm just looking at KGK, and Denzel Washington and Concept have got 7 kills between them. Now, if I got 7 kills in a game of Hardpoint this early, and I think I might just throw my pad out the window and pick up a different sport, if I'm being honest with you. But looking at KGK, they're trying really hard to break something, but Trez right now is trying to disrupt that. Did so for a little bit, but looking into P1 right now, Sam Boss is going to spawn up. He needs to rotate and get these squad spawns coming in for his team, whilst KGK are going to fight for that scrap. It's going to now go into what looks to be Chase, a very comfortable 100-point lead here for Autentii, and I don't know really, it's a bit of a hard one to call really. I mean, KGK are getting done out, to be honest with you. They're getting absolutely wiped, and Autentii are just taking care of this like it's business. Going into the next set of hills, this P1, of course, KGK really need to get some time. A full 60 is perfect, but ideally they want to play for 40-30 seconds, then build up for a strong P2 chase.
Oh, you're seeing the kill feed lighting up blue, but without more points in the hands of KGK, they're definitely not going to be looking menacing as things progress in this hard point. So right now, the spawns for P2 definitely in control once again by Autentii. They know what to play for, and they know how to hold it. And the side of KGK, they've almost been on the... I want to say they've been on the back foot from the beginning. They didn't even have good spawns to start off this series, I believe. Or not this series, sorry, this map. As they were spawning out all the way at P2 and had to make the trek over and try to get in through the back. They've been on the back foot the whole time. The momentum has continuously been kept in the hands of Autentii. Now, if I am one of the players on the side of KGK, and if I'm potentially the IGL on that team, I really need the comms to stay positive throughout this one. Even if there's a loss in this hard point, you definitely got to still see some positive light going into a search and destroy, or else your team is going to go down 2-0 that quick like lightning in this series. And you don't want that to happen, as right now KGK backs against the wall are being taken out very quickly and just dispatched like a firing squad up with the like they have their hands up against the wall in a firing squad of Autentii.
Okay.
Players are just holding their rifles out at them. That's right now what the situation is. They're just scared.
Fantastic chase. I mean, I'm not in a firing squad situation, but Trez right now is going to push through and get P3 control. One player down. KGK gets absolutely shat on. Trez takes care of him comfortably, and now we're going to be seeing more and more control coming in for Autentii, going to 200 points. This can only be one thing, and that is going to be a win. KGK are going to opt to stack P3, as you would expect, but dare I say it right now, I mean, you're looking more into how this team has really done it. Autentii have played a very excellent Ramazan so far. It doesn't look like KGK are going to come back anytime soon, although Sam Buster's in here and breaking hills like he is made to do so. KGK just want to try and get at least a contest in. The most they can do is try and get them at least 10-20 points clear on Autentii from winning that game. KGK needs to play basically perfect Call of Duty for the next 3 to 4 hills, and if you're a stat man like myself, that ain't going to be possible, especially with players like YouTube Sage Chill needing help. He needs help, and Denzel Washington and Concepts are not giving him that help, Chase.
I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out, but Stay Chill has been staying chill the entire time and is on the top of the leaderboards in the entire lobby with 28 kills. And he's trying to hold his team on his back. Concepts, Denzel Washing, they're washed. They are actually washed out of this map. And it's all up to the top 3 players on the side of KGK to really do everything, and that's not supportive. That is not supportive whatsoever.
Supportive.
The time,
These boys need therapy.
Concept has a minute of time there, but the rest of the time is just not going to go in their favor, as this hail could be the finishing point, the dagger that puts this team in the coffin and nails them shut.
Well, I mean, it's a very, very slow game, if I'm honest with you. Only 28 kills being the max, and, well, 2 players dropping .25s. I'm a little bit, well, blown away with how this is really playing out. But then again, 2 points to win. Autentii have got a very good chance here of breaking in and getting it, but number 3, YouTube Stay Chill, who actually is doing a masterful performance for his team, taking care of those players and fighting for those last seconds of scrap. Very valiant from him. But then again, he just about saves it, and the air rotation is going to come in, Tick's going to come in, and Autentii take map number 1 very comfortably there, Chase.
nice little slow golf clap in chat right now, as
That was a clubbing.
it was
That was a
it
clubbing.
was such a comfortable win. I don't even feel like
I'm lying down, man. That's how
like
comfortable it
if
was.
Autentii was at the gym right now and they just bench pressed the KGK, they wouldn't even be sweating right now because that wasn't a problem at all. They made two of their players stay under 2-digit numbers in kills. Connie, we haven't seen a massacre this bad since. Okay,
Be
never
very
mind.
careful
Not
what
even
you
gonna go
say,
further
Chase,
with
because I
that
know where you're going to go with that
reference.
one. I know we're going to go with that one.
Not even gonna go further.
Respectfully
Not even.
speaking, that right there was beautiful from KGK. That was sarcasm, by the way. That really wasn't beautiful. Hopefully they'll put it back in the S&D, and hopefully we can actually see something a lot more confident. I mean, two of your players just dropped .25s and Ramazer. I don't know, maybe it's a connection thing. Maybe it's Modern Warfare itself, but I don't know. I don't think I've seen people drop that since Terrence COD, you know? I'm not going to lie to you. It's a bit harsh to see, Chase.
It's a bit harsh to see. Sort of like players in the CDL that doubt European talent. Sort of like how everybody seemed to have doubted the Danish legend in a Kleenex, who played for Toronto Ultra this season and helped lead them to some amazing finishes. Hands down, one of my favorite players. Okay, I'm not going to keep fanboying over Kleenex, folks, because next season I'm going to be fanboying over Insight. Okay, here we go. We got ourselves another map right after this one. It's going to be we're going to be seeing ourselves on a gun runner search and destroy. But first, let's check out the stats so that we got the stats to go in the books when all is said and done. And so we have the stats right now to break down in front of your eyes.
Obviously, the stat sheet isn't really looking too great. From what I'm seeing on the side of KGK, there really wasn't really much going on for them. I mean, you can see the very respectable 7 and 8 kills from Gentle and Concepts, but YouTube Stay Chill pushed out and got 33. Then again, Concepts was forced into Hill for a large portion of that time. As you're seeing, you got the bulk of time, but that really won't get you much done. You can sit in a hill and die. That's why you're in a 1 defend. But then again, really good shout-outs there. I do appreciate Brizzy and Trez making some really good heads-up plays and some great entry subs. The ARs weren't really needed that much in this map because there was so much presence from the subs that the ARs could just sit back and get whatever they wanted done. You know. But whilst we are waiting for the map to change over, we're going to quickly change over to a quick short break for me and Chase, and we shall see you all very soon for map number 2. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The the gun runner S&D is going to start up very shortly. Me and Chase did a little quick discussion right here talking about how we're going to play, well, how these teams probably are going to play the next map. Gun runner S&D being the more balanced S&D game mode and map per se. Chase, dare I say it, the first map was definitely a blowout. How are you feeling afterwards?
Yeah, indeed. I'm thinking Autentii are going to be the ones to win the search and destroy just based off of this momentum they have. They stomped the other team in the hardpoint. That's it. Flat and simple.
Flat and simple. I mean, that's obviously what I like to hear from you. And going into the next map, it's going to be very crisp in the middle of Europe. Gunrunner starting up now. Of course, we are going to go on board with YouTube Stay Chill. This guy was shining for KGK on the previous map, but then again, he finds the first blood as well, a great choice. Then again, a lot of Autentii is setting up around this B-bomb site and getting blooded. Now, of course, being forced into showers. This is not what you want to be seeing, as now it's going to be put into a very dire 2v5 for Autentii. KGK looking very strong, although Trez, again, is your man to watch out for, and now it's going to be down to Sins to try and get something going. No chase. Again, KGK taking it very nice here. A 1-0 off the break.
So that's quite the bounce back, especially from last map. But you need something to go your team's way right away off the get-go to really shake the rust off from that last map, and that's exactly what we just saw. Great work from KGK. They played as a team. They played together very well. Their comms were clear, and they were able to get everything done. And now we're going to be moving into round number 2, where the bomb is going to be in the hands of Autentii now. Let's see what they can do with it, as they were able to dispatch their opponents, or no, they were taken out as the defensive side. And now this time around, it's going to be flipped. Roles reversed. We're going to see Autentii off to a great start here with 2 massive kills coming in. And now the bomb's going to get planted, and number 0, he's going to get a few shots. That sand booster, we saw him with his deadly accuracy with that sub earlier on, and he was able to take out Concepts. Trey gets in there, takes out Kiggs, and then Sand Booster gets taken out by Authentic. The last player drops, and that is the round going to Autentii, tying things up 1-1. Great stuff there, Autentii. Vamos.
Vamos indeed. It's a little bit more comfortable when I'm looking at, well, from what I'm seeing right now. I don't know. I can't really say it too well, but I'm seeing flip-flop S&D. I'm seeing quick rounds, and I'm seeing like cluster bloods, where I'm just seeing 2 people die off the break initially, and it's just 3v5s off of any man's back. Now, Tress 5-1, 2 rounds in, he is on track for 30 kills. Let's just point that out right now. Again, he plays a lot in the mid right now. Very comfortable, very concerning, but KGK now are opting actually to pinch and flank. Now, this is going to cause some serious issues for the players pushed up. They're number 6, but Trez, being your man, just needs to rotate, pick players in green, watch the flank, and then again, he will find one there. A huge win there for Trez, now going into a 4v3 for Autentii. Bomb is going to get put down, though, and then you're going to be seeing now some more coverage. Now, if you are number 1, if you are Kicks, you want to rotate back here, you just want to play your life, and you want to check bomb every now and then. Players will push onto you right here, and unfortunately, the timing wasn't there. And again, you're seeing Autentii take another clean round, Chase.
It was a stranglehold that they found on that last player. Once he was isolated over by Cole, by lockers, all the 3 players converged on him and take him out. That was just clinical. That was textbook, especially after a really nice 1v1
magical
gunfight win off by the green tin building over on the opposite side. Great round win for Autentii. Now that they're on 2 rounds in a row, can we see a 3rd one, Connie?
Well, that's the love and joy of Call of Duty. I don't know. The answer's so inconclusive from me that I will not know until we find out. But again, VL 0-1, Sins 0-2. Doesn't even matter. Traded 6-1. But that was, what was that? What was that? Right, never mind. I take it back. That was awful. Christ. Anyway, KGK now in a 4v3, and YouTube Stay Chill, playing a bit more comfortable in the middle, which is what you like to see for an AR. But then again, he's got more lanes to check, more people to actually get through, and he fires his gun there. Player, of course, will be on metal stairs. He will find one. Sins again, finding some serious coverage there on those stairs, and unfortunately does not find another kill. VL now left in a 1v2, but with bomb down, will he find the players? He will find one. Will the second pop up? 13 seconds. He actually is in chance to win this. Just peek it now, you've won the round. Peek it now, you've won the round. And look at that, he's won the round, Chase.
Cha-ching! That's what just happened right there. He cashed in that bomb, and he cashed in on that 1 versus 2. The man, the myth, the legend, BL showing up hot in that round.
Legend.
Great win for Autentii. That's 3-1 right now on the scoreboard, folks. After the first round went the way of KGK. KGK just not finding your footing after losing 1 round. This is looking catastrophic for them right now, as their players are just not performing to the standards and to the pace that their opponents, Autentii, are putting on the map, as Brizzy and Trey go big, go fast into their opponents, but Concepts and Kigs come in big with their ARs. The subs get 2 kills, the ARs get 2 kills back. And now we're seeing ourselves in a 3 versus 3 and a bit of a stalemate over by half wall, as it looks like the offense is going to be playing patient for another pick. The pick comes in, but instead it's the defense who find the pick. But Stay Chill is going to chill the F out over by that half wall and catch that player that killed his teammate. So now it's going to be a 2 versus 2. They spot the player over by the minecart. He's going to get shot at but not taken out. That's really important. That player needs to drop because that bomb needs to get picked up, but they're not going to know that there's a player creeping around by Forest, and that player's going to catch Concepts with his pants down, rotating around behind the tin building, and number 3 is going to look for the gunfight, going to get the win. Stay Chill in the 1 versus 1, still does not have the bomb. He's going to play this one for his life and for the kill. That's the only way he's going to get the win, because he can't plant the bomb in time here. And he's spotting the player looking for him. Number 6 is going to rotate around the container and find him right here in the open. That's bang, bang, boom, bomb. That's Allegiance. That's the side of Venti taking away that round and getting themselves another 4th one. A 4th round in the books for themselves.
Realistically, Chase, KGK were actually winning the first round and looked a little bit fresh, but Autentii come back and hit 4 in your face. Now what are you going to do? I said it yesterday. If you're 4 rounds up, you're more comfortable in S&D. If it's a 4v4 or four rounds apiece, different situation. But then again, Autentii only needs to play good twice to actually just close out this this map in general. KGK now needs to pull off something special here, and again, this setup that they're putting off right now, very A focused, but with the options to wrap round to B, more than likely Autentii are going to find some issues later on. If number 4, Genzel, can find that kill, which he does. Now he's opened up all that space in the back. The flank will be on. No players, and Autentii are watching it. Number 8, Trez, is going to be a really, really key factor here, because he will find the kill here on Genzel, and it's going to be a little bit precarious at the moment, because well, dare I say it, now it's going to be a 1v4. Oh, Jesus Christ. Genzel washing, you naughty, naughty man. I don't want to be seeing that on Gunrunner, because right there, as I predicted, KGK found coverage, secured that, the fuse. Another win in the side of the Blues, Chase.
Found coverage indeed, as the defense were able to get that kill, and that was a Hail Mary of a pass if I've seen one, folks, as that one goes right over the box and into the hands of the player lying and waiting and dying out from that nade. Now here we go. We're going to see ourselves on to this next round. I believe this is round number 7. Can Autentii secure themselves a 5th round and push to match point this quickly in the Search and Destroy? Or will we see KGK hold on and grab another round to go their way and get things even closer to an even scoreline, as now players are going to play for this opening pick? We got Trace in the washroom cooking a nade, throwing it out. We got Genzel Washington looking out that window, and the first player that's going to drop is going to be Brizzy, one of the best players on the side of Autentii in the Search and Destroy so far. He's going to drop, and that's going to be code for KGK to just run and go ham and grab some more real estate on the side of that bomb site, as they're going to get another kill, as Genzel Washington going to grab a kill himself, and then it just turns to madness in the kill feed as players just trade back and forth. But the trades are going to be in KGK's favor, as they're going to be up 3-1 in lives, and that's going to be it as they close out the last player and get that scoreboard to be closer than we were seeing before at the 4-1.
Yeah, I don't know really. I mean, 4-3, again, I prefer that to a 5-3 any day of the week, but KGK has still got a mountain to climb here, really. Momentum is in their favour, but how far can they take it? And will it actually close out the S&D map? Well, let's look into this round and see their setup, and I can tell you exactly what's going to happen.
How far can I take it?
Well, I don't know, darling. I've seen your size. You're pretty weak. As far as life goes, though, Autentii right now opting to go to A. For the first time, I'm actually seeing Autentii go to A bomb. Very nice, but there's no smoke coverage, so they're just running out there headless, which is not what you want to be seeing if you're an Autentii player. But again, numbers still in their side. Going to be a 5v3. Now keep an eye out here for number 2. Number 2 here, that's going to be Orphix. If he can play through mid, secure that boiler, wrap through, his team have got a perfect pinch, and numbers will drop on the side. But again, number 0, that's going to be Sam Buster firing out the backside of Bathroom. Coverage is still going to be there. Concepts is going to try and stick that plant, but check comes in already. VL finds the kill. Sam Buster running the ram. Just to push through smoke, and it's only now Orphix in a 1v3. I can see it. I can tell you right now, this round probably is going to be a 5-3 chase.
Yeah, and just as you predicted, it happens. And that's going to be Autentii taking themselves up there to the 5th round, getting their 5th round on the books, and now this could be the nail in the coffin of the S&D in the next round. If we see ourselves getting that 6th one for the side of Autentii, all of you peoples in chat cheering on Autentii, you guys must be proud seeing your team do so well so far in the Search and Destroy, opening things off like this. Really laying it to them like me and my girlfriend the first night we hooked up. And man, Genzo Washington laying it down there into the head of Trey. But then Sand Booster comes in hot with 2 massive pieces to go on top of that, getting himself that little pop by his double piece combo. And BL gonna come in as well, as Allegiance's Autentii are going to come in hot, as VL going to secure himself the 4th kill for his side. That's going to be a 1 versus 4. This could be the closer, and it is the closer, as we see the side of KGK go down to 0-2 to the side of Autentii.
There, sir, right now, Chase, that was a very comfortable win, and your prediction did come true. Autentii have, of course, found the win. But then again, I don't know, it was a bit of a weird one. They looked very lively in the first round, and a little bit later on we saw a little bit more composure from that team, but Autentii played numbers, got 5v3, singled out the first 2 men on the side of Autentii. Was a bit of a weird one. But going into the stats like you had request, was a very good game. They're coming in for Trez and for YouTube Stay Chill. So again, these are definitely 2 players for either side that really can change and impact the map. Kiggs, unfortunately, not doing too great, but then again, it did play a lot of the OBJ work. And you're going to be seeing now Brizzy there with 4 plants. He played for every single round to try and get something going, and 4 rounds there in the bag was because of Brizzy's plays.
Definitely one of the standout players on the side of Autentii, even though he hasn't been taking the cake on either of these maps as being the best player on his team, the standout player for that map. He definitely has been up there in the top 3, top 2 conversation. I'm excited to see what Brizzy can do in this domination, and if he can even get himself a top player spot in this domination coming forward.
Well, domination coming forward, Chase, what is the domination map of choice?
We're going to be seeing ourselves on the Hackney domination. Oh, lordy lord.
That's depressing.
Why do you say that?
Have you seen Hackney Yard Domination? Have you been to Hackney Yard Domination? Actually, realistically, have you ever been to Hackney before, Chase? I can tell you now, there's no joy coming out of Hackney as a place, a Call of Duty map, or anything else. It's just how it is.
Well, I heard it's pretty cool because, you know, Clayster has a love shack.
That's true, but I don't know about that. He hasn't used it in years, so we're going to need to renovate that shit. We're going to need to do it, mate. Although, it's going to be quite cool. Autentii currently 2-0 up, and the series is looking a little bit more lively than we expected. I just do hope, as far as domination goes, that we actually see some domination being played correctly, because for the last 2 days watching domination was a bit of a headache, especially as a spectator, because, well, I mean, we're seeing teams go at 30-40 point leads in the space of a minute and a half, which is just concerning. And I don't know, really. It's just not really been that great as far as domination quality goes. But Chase, you're looking gorgeous, mate. I don't know if yesterday the Shia LaBeouf comment was fair, but that jawline, that face, that skin is glowing. You're looking lovely. I can't say the same about myself, but I'm showing love to you tonight.
Well, you know, Connie, without you here, I don't think anybody would be tuning into this stream, and I mean it, my dude. As you take the cake when it comes to amateur casters in the underground scene right now.
The underground scene? What, we some sort of fight club? Because I didn't ask for that. I just asked to cast.
Shh. You're forgetting the first rule.
Oh yeah, we can't talk about it. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's no underground casting, technically speaking. Just me and Chase just sitting here enjoying our night. But as far as it goes, we're going to be loading in soon to this Hackney Art Domination. I'm going to try and regain full. I'm going to make sure that everything is by the books and we're enjoying ourselves. But chat's looking live. I'm looking live. King Ray is enjoying himself there. And as far as it goes, we're going to be loading in now, Chase. But what would you say? What would you say so far for this series and the Hackney Domination for both teams?
I'm thinking, Autentii, they're just going to finish this off. They're going to sweep on through, and they're going to get the clean sweep. They're going to get the second 3-0 so far of the league, and clean the clock of this KGK side. And breaking news, though, not breaking news, but big news within the league is that a few of the players on the side of Autentii have already, with their stats that they have put up across the 2 maps so far, have already broken into the top 10 players of the league so far.
Not bad at all. But let's get right into it, especially where we're going to be needing to get back into the Hackney Art Domination. It's going to be KGK sporting up on that A side and Autentii hitting up the C flag. Now let's see how it plays off the break. So far, it's going to be a very Autentii B side, and it looks as though they're going to try and control mid here on green. The AR of Kiggs is really important because the more he dies, the less coverage that these players are getting on the side of KGK. And I'm in very slow off the break. First minute's gone by, only 6 points apiece. I can't really call much, but again, a great flip here coming in. Kiggs now is trying to make sure this comes in properly, but if you want to play for an AC on Hackney, what you really need to do here is to not really let get as much presence on that B. But they're going to be spawning there. You need to lock them in there. That's the most of how you can play AC Hackney, Chase.
And AC Hackney was obviously what you were saying there was how the side of KGK looked to play, and they looked like they bit off more than they could chew as the players just were pushed way too aggressively up over to the C side and just happened to start spawning out. So now we're looking at the A flag. That's going to be Tire Shop in control of by the side of Autentii. They are looking strong. They are looking fierce, but this B flag isn't in their hands, as there's a massive 2-piece that comes in for the side of KGK, and things are. I'm actually struggling for my words right now. Just I don't know why my breath, and I need to take a break. Give me a second. You go, Colin.
Oh, bless you, Chase. Whilst you're going to go and regain yourself now, I'm going to come in hot, heavy, hard, and fast, a bit like a shit in a bowl. Now, of course, Autentii are a little bit happy here. Tez right now, free spree, controlling down B, what you love to see. But unfortunately, he's getting a little too comfortable. Players on KGK now starting to push up through mid, control this green, which is really bad. But number 0 there, Sam Boster, he's going to opt now to try and get a trip cap here, and at least for that, it's going to be free ticks coming on another side, and Autentii now looking to regain that lead. But then again, keep an eye right now for VL on A, because he right now is playing his life, keeping bait, making sure that everyone gets shut down, and that's going to be 4 there in the favour of Autentii. KGK themselves are looking a little bit flat right now, especially after having a nice 5-point lead there. It's not really going the way they want to, and that's only because VL right now is being such a nuisance right here at the back, finding more kills and more players, but then again, gets taken down again by Genzel. Could have been a win there, personally, but unfortunately played it a bit too fast there, and Genzel had the better bunch to kill him. Now, Trez right now, another player here, is going to play top L, find some more coverage, get them kills in, but again, he does make sure nobody touches that B. It looks as though Autentii are going to be playing for at least a B. Now, it doesn't matter if it's A, B, or C, B. They want to have a very, very, very strong very strong side here, because I'm not sure who's going to spawn up on that good side next, but if you have a really great bad side, the good side is going to be even better. It definitely is a chain system when it comes to this map. Now, if you want to play it good, you have to be really, really clever. You have to make sure your ARs are posted, you make sure that your subs are actually pushing through the correct lanes at the right times, and do not lose your head, because this map will make you lose your head more than the French Revolution, dare I say it. But right now, it's going to be Sins, number 7. Now, he's going to push up through to bottom now, find no coverage, but again, KGK are starting to find some more kills here. I'm seeing Skull shopping on Autentii's side. Very nice. What you like to see on your Wednesday night, or Thursday morning for me. But all things right now, 8 and 10. They're, well, I don't know really. I mean, a cap to your name, and Concepts as well hasn't got a cap to his name either. Maybe it's because they're holding down lanes with an AR, but being forced out of a position now to try and cap something. 20-point disadvantage. They're going to need to have a trip cap here at least, just to retake Autentii. And again, playing more A and C domination, as I was saying, it's a little bit too risky. If you really want to make sure that things are looking good for you, you want to make sure as well that you're finding some coverage on that B site. Now, unfortunately, Autentii playing good B here, not really pushing out too far. Keep an eye out right now for 0. That's going to be Sam Buster. He's going to post up and mow down players pushing in from that right side. Now, players on KGK are realising this. They can't push out that lane, so they're going to play for a strong B. Skulls are still dropping, but number 5 there, Concepts, could have found a crucial kill, but Autentii are still finding coverage. KGK are losing 2 to 3 skulls every fucking 5 ticks. If you really want to find some coverage here, Denzel Washington needs to get the kills up. Kiggs needs to make sure that he can find something good as well, because right now it is the Trez, VL, Sins, and San Bolster show, Chase.
It is. It's definitely the Autentii show right now, with the AB flag set up to end this half. And throughout the first half, though, it's been sort of like the same thing we've seen across the other 2 maps. It's been all stay chill. Stay chill for the side of KGK has just been the top dog for that team. I don't know if he's the IGL. I don't know if he's the silent sleeper, but he's definitely been showing up as a strong slayer for the side of his team. And he needs to be rewarded. He needs to be rewarded. If anything, his reward should be at least 1 map in this series. And this map right here, they need to dig deep and try to win it at least. If they're going to take away a map, take away a domination. And then we're going into the second half now. The A flag is going to go on over to the side of Autentii to start it off. That is going to be a rough one, as we're going to see the players on the side of KGK again having to play for to retake that A flag and also retake B, as B is going to go over to Autentii, and they're going to be holding 2 flags. That can't happen for too long before the side of KGK are just mathematically out of it from a time perspective. Conman, how much longer can they really take this, and how much of a room for error does this side of KGK really have left?
Room for error, I mean, it's 40 points, you've got 4 minutes left. I mean, it's not losable, but you need to have a triple cap for 1.5 minutes, which is, it's got to work at this point. If you're not getting that, then you're not getting anything further. I mean, of course, VL right now, 16 and 9, a little bit comfortable as far as his KD goes, but again, I'm pointing it out to you right now, Trez himself, 23 and 14. It's a serious coverage on the map, and that's what you need on Hackney Dom. Being a small map, being a sub player, Trez, as far as it goes, needs to listen to his ARs, needs to find space, get in there and shut down 2 or 3 players at a time, because that spawn delay really is hurting KGK, and they haven't even got a cap. They haven't even got a flag cap. 0 right now. Sam Buster is to go in there and try and win a gunfight, which doesn't, unfortunately. I mean, listen, KGK haven't got a tick yet in 20-30 seconds. Now, as far as VL goes, he's just shutting down players on a 6 spree. It's just comfortable. It's comfortable from the boy. He's not really slowing down. We'll see one there. We'll go into position right now. We'll take him down. He's moving around. Jamie Insight, if you're watching this boy right now is trying his hardest to replicate what you do. I love you, mate. Now, as far as Trez goes, 23-15, again, finding more coverage. But I want to point out KGK right now, there's no real delay as far as things go. I mean, Stay Chill has been so good for the whole series, but it hasn't been enough. If his teammates are not listening to what he's doing or where he's going, I don't know, really. But as far as it goes, you have 5 ARs. 5 ARs out for KGK. Now, that needs a serious head whack. I'm not going to lie to you. I might need to have cancelling sessions after seeing that on my screen. Jesus Christ. Chase, back to you, mate.
And this also, they're also running 5 AR. Like, this isn't it's not like we're playing on an Azir Cave Hardpoint. This is Hackney Yard. This is a sub-machine gun favored map, I feel like, especially from a B flag perspective. That is exactly what it's very very textbook to have at least 1 to 2 submachine guns on this map. Let alone some teams could even run 3 submachine guns on this map. And to see them with no submachine guns, like, we're not out here trying to break meta after COD champs. That's not gonna happen. The patch where the ARs were busted as hell has gone by.
Chase,
right now, players on the side of KGK need to wake up and they need to take a wake up call. We need to see Genzo Washington. He needs to wash off this dirt on his face from this series, and he needs to be able to come out and really fry and show his team that he can do things, and he won't be he's not going to sit down and let himself get subbed out in the next series that they play in this league. Because if I'm their opponents next time around, going into the next series against them, right now, but the way they're playing, I'm saying this is going to be free smoke. Right now, is definitely putting themselves out there across the board, across the other teams with this series as a staple point, almost maybe like what's it called, exclamation mark, just saying we are here and we are a team that's going to cause trouble.
Well, obviously, Chase, game is over. Autentii have won 3-0. In case you have not already realised, they won this about a minute ago, I'd say. But as far as it goes, Chase, let's talk about what went wrong for KGK this series. I mean, from my honest and humble opinion, it was a Stay Chill show. Stay Chill needed help. He was not given that help, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely it's the help. It's the how fast. How long it takes the rest of his teammates to really heat up each map. It just seems like the rest of his teammates just don't heat up fast enough. They don't get to the pace that he's playing at quick enough. And Stay Chill is just a couple miles ahead of the rest of his teammates. Your whole team needs to be on the same page, and that just kind of that's what's happening for that team. But on the other side, we see a great on-page team in Autentii that are looking to crush this league and show that there are some Spanish monsters amidst us in this league.
I mean, obviously, we're looking and really.
Puerto Rican monsters
within this league. Yes, but as far as things went for them, it was certainly something that I'm a bit concerned about. Only really because, I mean, it was a whitewash in every single map. I mean, I haven't seen this since the Violence game a couple of days ago. Obviously enticing me for a little bit of Autentii and Violence match. I can't wait for that to happen. But as far as it went, I mean, it was all a great chinwag. I mean, listen, no real hard feelings on the favour of KGK this time around. I think it wasn't really a case of like, yeah, you're bad. It's just a case of you didn't do great against these guys, which obviously were the better teams there. I can't really fault you for the most part.
When you look at the stat line, you're gonna see a massive 30 bomb dropped by Trey. You're gonna see VL almost also dropping a 30 bomb himself, and then again, Stay Chill eclipsing his teammates. He's dropped a 25 bomb this game. Shout out to him and his efforts. This is very relatable to a match that I casted a few days ago in the Val League, where a team lost and one of their players just clapped the other team's cheeks over and over again, but just couldn't get the maps to go their way, and that's why they lost the series. It kind of shows how, sometimes it takes more than one player to really lead a team to a victory.
Yeah, but there's 5 players in that team. One of them actually showed up. Not gonna lie to you, day before they didn't even spawn in. Just how it is. But that will conclude today's fixtures for today. Me and Chase had a good one casting this one. I actually quite enjoyed watching. Autentii showcase some really beautiful Call of Duty. Chase, I'm gonna let you take us away with our final call off.
Thank you guys so much for coming in, and thank you guys for enjoying the content. If you guys like it, make sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And me and Conrad
Ooh.
will see you guys
One question,
later.
Chase. Is that poster behind you signed by the tissue?
Yes, it is.
It is
And
signed by the
Marky B.
tissue and Marky B. Before we go, shout out to the boy, Toby Kleenex. You're an issue, mate.